My name is Donima Digela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I want us to talk about the shock of ID parade that was happening. What on earth was this? Hey, Yebetuna, there was an ID parade, Gesan. There was also an ID parade. Now, the witness is telling us, Uzondo, this witness is Zondo. The first thing he says, what he was describing step by step. I'm going to start with the first one. From what I was hearing from him, the process went like this. They were transported to Pretoria without being told why. I don't know who he was with because he kept saying, we were transported. Told vaguely, you are wanted for questioning. On arrival, they are grouped by geographic origin. Nongoma, Marikana, Vosloorus. What's going on here? Now, no clear explanation of purpose is given. Witness infers it's a pointing out or parade. Then it escalates. Before any formal ID process, Brigadier Bongani allegedly takes out a phone, shows photos of the accused, asks, do you see this one? Who is this? Witness answers with names, Muzi, Ntuli, Ndanzi. That is already a massive red flag. Secondly, why this is legally dangerous for the state. In a proper criminal procedure, an identification parade must be clean, no prior exposure to suspects, no coaching, no suggestion of names. Witness must identify independently. But here, the witness already knew the faces before the parade. The police showed images, prompted recognition, extracted names. That means the identification is no longer independent, it's contaminated. Thirdly, the witness resists, very important. The witness says, I refused because they were trying to make us look like witnesses who pointed them out. This is critical because it shows awareness of manipulation, lack of voluntary participation, conscious rejection of the process. That strengthens credibility of the complaint. Okay. Number 4, the envelope process gets even worse. After refusal, they are taken downstairs, given brown envelopes with photos inside, told to open them, identify people they know, close them, then a photo is taken. This raises multiple legal issues, possible fabrication mechanism, preloaded photos, directed identification, recording proof via photos. This looks less like an ID parade and more like a constructed identification record. Number 5, the big legal implication. This touches multiple legal principles. Firstly, fair trial rights, constitution, right to remain silent, right not to be coerced into evidence. Secondly, identification evidence law. Courts treat ID evidence as inherently dangerous unless free from suggestion, properly conducted, independently reliable. This process fails those safeguards. Thirdly, condemnation doctrine. Once a witness is exposed to a suspect, you can never undo the influence. So even if a formal parade happens later, it is already compromised. Fourthly, credibility collapse risk for the state. If this version of Shoes is accepted, any identification evidence linked to this process becomes weak, unreliable, potentially inadmissible. Now, this is where things got worse, Kesan. This is where things got worse because that's exactly what the evidence suggests. Witnesses shown faces first, names confirmed, then procedure created afterwards. You can't test memory after you've already shown the answers. You can't do that. This wasn't identification. This was confirmation. The parade didn't identify suspects. It manufactured witnesses. Once the police show you the face, the evidence is no longer yours, it's theirs. Oh, it's theirs in Dasekaya. If the defense pushes this properly, the entire identification chain collapses. It feeds directly into cohesion narrative, confession contamination, investigation bias, and most importantly, it supports the argument that the investigation was built backward from suspects to evidence, and they can't tell us otherwise. They can't do that. Ugininda akakwazi usixelela into. What we see is what we see. What we see is what we see. There is no way, son. Never, absolutely not. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, absolutely not. We are shocked, Gesan, by these details. We are so shocked. It is what it is. I don't know what's going to happen next, but right now, where we are standing, things are not looking good. I hope Ushuzi has more revelations. I hope Ushuzi has more revelations today because we are continuing with his evidence, and I hope he drags Ukininda and his team to the filth. I hope he mops the floor with them. I hope he reveals more shocking things, things that are going to be on record. And even if later in life, you remember them, the Nkabinde inquiry, they never knew, those police, that this will come to bite them back in their asses at a later stage. They never knew. Where we are standing now, whatever happens, but later in life, something will trigger this commission. And the Senzo Meyiwa case will have a commission, and it won't be nice. Oh, it won't be nice, Sana, I tell you. Because already things are not looking good for these people. It will not be nice. I wonder, Hayini Betuna. Abeno creator. Hey, Ogininda, guys. Ha. What this guy was describing, it was not a clean identification process. It was not a clean identification parade. It sounded like it was controlled, staged photo identification process. And that's where the danger of the state begins. He says we then succumbed to their request. That line alone is as devastating. It suggests pressure. It's suggesting a lack of free will. It suggests compliance, not independent identification. And in law, that kind of identification, wow. Wow. All of this is raising red flags under South African Criminal Procedure Act. And he speaks of this envelope method, which is not standard, by the way. What he describes there is giving envelope with photos inside. It's giving, here's how we move here. We're doing things this way. He was told to point out a person. He pointed at Undanzi, did not point at Umuzi. And then there's something that is written in that envelope, and photos are taken. Guys, all of this is so bad. All of this is so bad. Every action that was happening there, it screams. Imbi, guys. This was a photo ID tribe Gesana. This is how police built evidence step by step. He didn't identify anyone. He did not identify any suspect. He followed instructions. That's what was happening. And every step was photographed like a script. Yabona that one when he said we then succumbed because because now we kept refusing and refusing. Yo. All I can tell you is that evidence was created, not discovered in this case. I don't know about Shu, but let's go and listen to Shu's and what he has to say, what more he has to say about this entire saga. It's shocking. That's all I can say. Guys, please make sure you don't forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you will be supporting my channel financially and in numbers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.